It's day number 11 and it's filled with Christmas cheer because Tinsel is singing loud and proud for everyone in the North Pole to hear. It's Christmas cheer with Tinsel right here. Oh, she's over there. No, she's over there. Tinsel is simply everywhere. And it's day number 11 of the Tinsel Tales on Tinsel TV, on Elfcam, coming all the way from the North Pole. I'm just on my mince pie break, catching up on all the hot chocolate gossip and the new toys for the girls and boys. I heard someone wanted a yo-yo. The yo-yo factory's been very busy today. And Frizzle the elf, who is a toy-making delight, came with this special award in her sight. It's a rainbow award under a tinsel cloud. And I won it today, so I am very proud. Every elf gets a rainbow award when they've made 57 million colourful gift boxes to put the toys in. So I met my quota today, and now I've got a lovely toy to pop on my tree. But more importantly, you've tuned in for a special story. And today's story is called Dolly and the Dilemma. So, sit tight and get ready for a cheery read tonight with Tinsel. On Tinsel Tales in Tinseltown, we don't frown, 'cause we're always happy. Happy as can be, because we look on the bright side of Christmas. You know what they say? Always look on the bright side of Christmas. Do-do, 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 do-do. So, let the story begin. A cold night in December had set in Twinkletown. Dolly and her family were gathered around the fire, all cosy and warm, playing board games. Outside there was a storm. Dolly and her family had moved house this year, and she thought Santa might not realise to her despair. Dolly had a secret, shh, that nobody was allowed to know. Dolly had found a fairy in the letterbox, huddling from the snow. Dolly rushed to her room at the top of the house to return with a cardboard box to turn into a fairy house. The fairy was lost and had broken her wing. Dolly wanted to help her, the delicate thing. The fairy was from fairyland down in the valley and was collecting children's teeth when she got caught in the storm. Her wing was broken and she needed somewhere warm. Dolly told the fairy all about Christmas. She was sure that Santa would be the guy to fix this. I will write in my list to Santa that a fairy needs some new wings. I know that Santa can do magical things. Dolly went to the kitchen and fixed up some cake, a small jam sandwich and a glass of lemonade. The fairy flapped her wing in excitement. The fairy began to tell Dolly all kinds of tales and stories where she had collected teeth from whales. Dolly was excited and she didn't want to go to sleep. She was learning about the importance of brushing her teeth and drinking lots of milk so they don't become weak. The fairy had flown all over the world and could perform magic tricks and make dreams come true. But she couldn't fix her wing, and this made her very blue. The fairy read Dolly a bedtime story. They awoke the next morning and Dolly came up with a plan. She sent her wish list to the magical man. This man, known as Santa Claus, received the letter, and in a dash, glitter fell through the litter box in a magical flash. An elf appeared that wintry night, sent with the tools to help the fairy regain her flight. The wings were repaired with a magical spell, and the fairy had something to tell Dolly as well. For all of your kindness, I will grant you one magical spell. Dolly thought about what she could wish for with this one lucky wish. I want to see Fairyland and all of your fairy friends. With the wave of a wand and some fairy dust, the fairy proclaimed, "You're coming with us." All of the wonders of Fairyland fit exactly in the palm of your hand. Dolly was blessed to see such magic. The fairies flew her home and she shouted, "That was fantastic!" Dolly wasn't to know that on Christmas Day she would awake to her presents from Santa's sleigh. Amongst them, she found a small little box. Her own little fairy sleeping in her new Christmas socks. Wasn't that wonderful, where Dolly helped the Tooth Fairy? And Tooth Fairies are very magical too. They live in a tooth town. They've lived there for decades. They've lived there for decades. And it's a magical place and it fits in the palm of a human hand. Would you like to go there? It's incredibly magical. And if you want to go there, all you have to do is close your eyes and imagine you were there too. Start building the picture and meeting all the fairies. And then you'll be nodding off to Sugar Plum Land. All thinking about the land you found in the palm of your hand. Now, that was day number 11. On the Tinsel Tales on Tinsel TV, I've got stripy socks and I'm covered in all the things that rock about Christmas, like unicorns. Have a magical day, and I will see you on Elf Camp on day 12 of Tinsel Tales from Tinsel TV on Elf Camp. Bye, time to fly. I'm going to the grotto way up in the sky.